Relationship actually means, relationship means the characteristics, qualities, and behavior that shapes the interaction between individuals, be it professional, be it social life, be it even in your relationship. What are those characteristics that strengthen or weaken those relationships? So apparently, that is what relationships talks about. What we are talking about, the relationship traits. Our main topic is maintaining relationship traits in the digital world. What are the traits? There are lots of traits. Traits could be cultivated over time with effort, practice, leading to stronger and meaningful connections. But today we're going to be looking at the alpha male traits. Alpha male traits, that's the one we're looking at today. You find out that it's very tough to maintain relationship. Let's start, for example, even as individual. There's something that has worked for me. I think I read it in one of those books. They said the best way to maintain relationship is to understand yourself best. The best approach. If you don't understand yourself, you will not know the best approach to use on individuals, families, friends, relationship, or even in your business. Now, when I say digital world, people will be like, why did I say digital world? We're in the digital age today. We're in the digital era. Even the way we speak is not the way our parents of the old speak. So we are now in a digitalized world. So when I mean digital world, I don't just mean our social media life. No, we're in a digital world. Coach Dami used an example that she has never met Coach Blessing, but they do a lot of business and interactions together. That's a digital world. They're in a digital world whereby you don't have to see your person or see whoever you're working with, but you could do lots of business together. So that's the face of the word digital. I don't just mean social media. Now, what is relationship? The interaction between individuals, interactions, the quality, how you interact, how you understand each other. Like I said, the best way to understand this topic is understanding yourself first. What are the traits? We have lots of traits that one needs to understand. But today, let's look at the alpha male traits. We have lots of traits. We have kindness, we have communications, we have trust, we have empathy, we have respect, we have conflict resolution, we have active listening, we have loyalty, we have honesty. We will not be talking about all. I'll be taking, let's say, 3. For each point, I'll just take 3. Communication. If you don't understand how to even communicate to yourself, you won't understand how to communicate to someone. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're in a workspace. Let's say you're in the office, for example, and you tell your colleague, I beg, I dey come. Or I want to go downstairs, I dey come. Or, no, let's use a normal one. I'm at the office. Another person, then your colleague is calling you, where are you? I'm in the office. It took me time to understand the difference. I'm at the office means, okay, maybe you are within the office. I'm in the office means I'm inside the office. So as small as those things are, if you don't understand how to communicate and how to relate with someone, you will not be able to pass those traits well. Or let's use another example. I dey come now. Where is she? She said she dey come now. You might not want, if that communication is not clear, you have not really passed out that communication. So those are the little things people don't understand. Now, you may not want to tell your friends or your colleagues exactly where you're going to, but you could send a message like, I need to step out. I want to get 1 or 2 things within the office or outside the office, or I'm coming, I want to quickly get to Ring Road. I'll be coming back. Communication. So you must really understand how to communicate. Let's say you're a business person, for example. You have good customers that buy things from you. And after buying things from you at the end of the day, maybe you're tired of giving them things on credit. Most business people, they give people things on credit. And you'll be like, but I tell you, okay, maybe the person comes like, milk not day. Okay. And the person was like, mommy chinyere, after what's happening? You're like, but you're supposed to understand. Sorry, I'll be using both broken just to make you understand what I'm saying. You're supposed to understand now. I've been telling you, say, This is a digital world. Speak directly. Be able to express yourself in a way and manner that you're not offending another person, but you are passing your message. So rather than doing all those ways, you could just say, at this junction, due to the economic or due to 1 or 2 reasons, I won't be giving things on credit. Anything you're buying, please make sure you're coming with your funds. You have passed your message. You have communicated well. Trust, we all know what is trust. A lot of people have lots of things they are dealing with. Let me merge trust and loyalty and empathy together so that we are not going to waste time. Trust. If you don't trust yourself, you can't trust someone. That's the truth of the matter. So you must be able to trust yourself. Trust yourself. Know the things you could keep to yourself. That's how you begin to know what you can keep for other people or what you can share with other people. Empathy. Have the empathy of people. Empathy does not necessarily mean money. Sometimes someone tells you this is what they are going through, be it in their relationship or the rest. Be able to say, oh, I'm so sorry. If I'm in your shoe, I can't understand what you're going through because I've not gone through it, but I could just imagine. Just so some kind words. Loyalty. Be loyal. Choose your battles. They say it's not all battles that you fight. Choose the people you want to be loyal to. And in all, when you're choosing the people you want to be loyal to, I'm not saying you should disrespect others. No, there are people that will go extra miles for you. You might not know them sometimes, but be true to yourself. Be open-minded so that at the end of the day, you see that, okay, yes, this person could do something for me. Then you try to reciprocate those appreciation. We're in the digital age. We are not in an age whereby only one person does a lot of things. Reciprocate, be loyal. Apparently, active listening, respect, honesty, and conflict resolution. Listen to your party, listen to the individuals, or listen to your colleagues or your business partner. Try to listen, because in their little voice lies what they are saying. Respect one another. People say, no, this is the digital world. We don't have to respect anybody. Respect one another. Respect so that they can also respect you. Be honest. Sorry, I'm merging them so that it will just be 3-3. Be honest. Be honest. What you don't like, say, this is a digital world. I remember chatting with Coach Dami the other time, and I was like, I would have loved to handle this. Okay, she was like, handle this topic. I was like, no, this is not my strength. I will not deliver well. Can I go with this other topic? Okay, she was like, okay, why don't you go with this one? Be honest. This is not the age of the old where you are trying to say, no, I can't do this or I can do this. Know your strength, know your weakness, and be honest about it. Then learn. Conflict resolution. No matter the misunderstanding you're having with someone, bring out yourself and bring down yourself. Sorry, try to resolve those things, because we are all coming from different backgrounds, different beliefs. We are not all going to be on the same page. So try to try to settle whatever comes in between you. You don't have to let the third party know, except there are cases whereby, yes, you need to involve the third party. But until then, try to always resolve any issues. Maintaining relationship traits in the digital world could be very, very challenging. The digital world refers to online realm where people interact, share information, conduct through digital platforms, a lot of things. Now, do you know a lot of people who meet their husbands, their spouses, their business partners, a lot of people through digital world, through interacting. Now, what are the examples of the digital world? Like I said, we're not just using the digital, we're also using the physical world ourselves. Social media, online shopping, remote jobs, meeting and forum. Let's take meeting and forum and the remote jobs. Would leave the rest. Meeting and forum. We're in a meeting today. Most of us have not met. I've never met some people here, but we talk, we chat. Oh, you have a program coming. Okay, what do you need me to do? That's a digital world. Now, you also need to respect them. That's going back to those traits we talk about. So these are examples of the digital world, and those are the things I spoke about earlier are the traits we need to use in this digital world. Remote jobs. I know someone that said she has never worked for government. She has never worked for anybody. She always works from home. She makes her money from home, remote jobs. And she sends her reports on weekly basis to her bosses. Just like Coach Dami said, she has never met Coach Blessing. They have never met, but she works, they pay her salary. So we are moving to a digital world. So you must always understand these things, understand the traits in using. If not, you'll be left out if you don't apply those traits. Now, the application on the next slide, application of alpha male traits. Like I said, we are stressing more on the alpha male traits. There are lots of traits. There's the sigma, there's the beta, lots of traits. But apparently, we're just going to be talking about the alpha male trait. What is the alpha male trait? A lot of people hear alpha male trait. They don't even understand what alpha male trait is. Applying alpha male trait in the digital world today means exhibiting confidence, leadership, and positivity during interactions. It's not easy for a lot of people to have that confidence. That's why I would always tell people, I learned it from one of our coaches. She said, always learn to interact with people. Because at the end of the day, it has a way of building your self-esteem. It's funny to say that it's all these our interactions with all these coaches I learned how to mute. I always tell people and they're laughing. I'm like, in this digital world? And I'm like, yes, in this digital world. I literally had to learn how to start making my slide myself because I have to present or I have to go on someone's page to speak. So we are in a world whereby you have to be confident. Even when you don't understand things, just believe that, okay, you will learn on the job. Have that leadership trait, even in your family as individual, be it married, be it single, be able to take charge of responsibility, take charge, be positive during your interactions. Don't give people fake news. Don't make people feel less of themselves. Be positive during your interactions. Now, what are the main alpha male traits? I spoke earlier on the general relationship traits. Now we're talking on the main alpha male traits. What are these main alpha male traits? We have confidence communication, leadership, emotional intelligence, boundary setting, self-improvement, self-awareness, open-mindedness, accountability, and gratitude. These are the main alpha male traits. Now, if you must, by God's grace, cope or survive in this digital world, you must be able to use at least or at most 3 to 5 of these male traits in your relationship, in your interactions. Let's take confidence communication. I read something the other day on I saw it on Facebook. It was Omotola Jalade. We all know Omotola Jalade, or sexy. And she said something, I don't know if you came across it. She said, a lot of people think I'm very, very bold. I'm an extrovert, but the real Omotola is an introvert. I'm always scared. That was her words. She said, I'm always scared when I have to speak in public or I have to stand in front of lots of people to speak. And so I think it was a live section. She said, even this live section, it's a PA and a social media people that came to help her put it on live, because apparently people have been insisting she goes on live. She said, so she doesn't even know how to do all of this. So there was something she said. She said, but what has helped her is she always tried to interact with people. She always tried to go to people's platform to speak. If they give her opportunity to come and speak, she doesn't shy away from it. She goes out to speak. She tries to interact with people. She just tries to be confident in her communication, even when she knows she's not saying lots of things that are really good. And that's why she grew to where she is today. So to you, she was just encouraging with the younger people. Be bold, do what you can do. You don't have to be the one that likes to speak. You might be the one that likes to bake. You might, whatever you know how to do. Just be confident in selling yourself. It may take time, but you will definitely get there. Okay, we've taken that one. Let's take emotional intelligence. I just want to take 3. If not, we would be yet in 10 o'clock today. Emotional intelligence. Not everyone is really intelligent emotionally. Sometimes you don't see the signs in people's voice. You don't see the pains in people's eyes. You don't understand what people are going through. So you must be able to place yourself in their shoes. Not everyone is going to. There's something they asked these governors when they were trying to campaign. I think it was Barrister Aswen. I saw it on ITV. They said, do you understand what you will do this, you will do this? And there was something he said. He said, I may not understand what they are going through because I have never been in their situation, but I could imagine the pains they are going through. And that is why I am putting myself in their shoes. Did you see how intelligent he answered the question? So apparently another person said, no, I understand what you're going through. So I was able to understand that you don't understand what you have not gone through. You can only imagine. You don't understand the pain. It's like a man saying, I understand the pain she went through in the labor room. No, you can't understand that. You can only imagine the pain she went through in the labor room. So apparently, that's just the difference. Just be able to know when to speak, how to speak, what to speak. There are lots of books. Coach Dami always recommend Just read all those books and understand what to speak, how to speak, when to speak. Then leadership. I love this two together. Permit me to add the two. Leadership and gratitude. Before I started, I had to appreciate everyone, all the coaches present here, Coach Dami for allowing me, or should I say permitting me or inviting me? Whatever, you could invite somebody and later change your mind, not permitting them. So for allowing and permitting me and inviting me to our platform, you must appreciate people. Be grateful for the little things people do for you. Be grateful for the little things people give to you. Be grateful, gratitude. It takes a lot to do something. It takes a lot for someone to invite you to their platform that they are growing. You might be like, why? A certain way for both of us. But no, always be grateful for the little things people do to you or for you. Leadership. Try to take charge. I'm not saying take charge. There's this book I recommend a lot of people, 48 Laws of Power. Don't take charge and outshine your master. No, just try to take charge. There are lots of books that you could read on leadership. I think there's a group I am in, the book club. Join those groups, read on leadership. Leadership starts from yourself. For example, you want to lead a community tomorrow. You want to lead people. How do you start leading them? It's by yourself. You must be true to yourself. You must know your strengths. You must know your weaknesses. You must know the boundaries you set with people. I'll be giving you life situations, so please just bear with me. So I remember one time I said, Auntie Dami, yes, ma. She was like, I don't feel comfortable with you calling me ma. Auntie Dami, you make me feel a bit old. I'm like, but you're older than me. And she was like, no, please, Coach Dami is just perfect. So when somebody tells you how they want you to treat them or how they want you to call them or what they want you to call them, please understand boundaries and call them like that. I'll give you another example. I have a friend. Her husband is a pastor, he's elderly. So I like to, domo sa, epa domo. From my heart, I was like, no, this man is a big man. Let me give him the honor. And she was like, please, I don't appreciate you calling my husband epa. You could just call him, well done, sir, or good evening, bros. I'm like, okay, correction noted. So learn all those things. Don't be like, why is she telling me what to do? Listen to what people say, understand the boundaries people want, and go with them like that. You'll be able to cope. Thank you very much. The next slide. Women who used this trait. We have lots of women in power. Now, a lot of people will be like, why don't she like to speak about women? Coach Dami will always encourage everybody, but she would always encourage we more, the women, not to lose ourselves, be it in marriage, be it as a single girl, you're trying to settle down, don't lose yourself. So permits me to stress more on women. That doesn't mean we don't need men. That doesn't mean we don't have men that use this trait, but I just selected women. So thank you very much. I just needed to make that clear. We have Indrana, Indranoi. Some people say Indrana. Some people call her Indra. Some people call Indranoin. So whichever you want to call her, it's perfect. Okay, I call her Indranoin. Indranoin was the first female CEO of PepsiCo. She was a pioneer in applying relationship traits in her business, fostering a culture of empathy and connections. If you remember, we spoke about these alpha male traits. So that's why we are picking those women. If you research on it, if you Google on it, if you go through my reference, it will give you lots of females that use alpha male traits. Like I said, there are lots of traits. There's the sigma, there's the beta. If you also browse on women that use all these traits, you will also see different kind of women, or you might even see these women that use one of those traits. But I'm talking about the alpha male traits, and I'm talking about women that use these traits. So I read and studied about Indranoyi. Indranoyi was a lady that worked in PepsiCo. As at when she was working in PepsiCo, they were all male. I think there were 2 or 3 females. I can't remember the story. I had to read and read about her because it was very interesting. So this is what happened. Let me summarize the story. Indranoyi had a problem because she was married. She always says it's a problem, but it was not a problem. She was married as at the time where she was growing in her career. She would always say there's a biology clock and there is the career clock. It was from Indranoyi I was able to understand the difference between biology clock and career clock. She said the biology clock is your marriage. Now that's for the married women. your marriage, your children, having children. The career clock is your career, your school, your work, your business. Now, Indra Noyi was someone that had to use the two, both the biology clock and the career clock. How did she cope with it? She said it wasn't easy for her, that there were times she wasn't there for the children, for the husband. She wasn't always there. And there were times the office had to suffer. So she wasn't totally there biologically. She wasn't totally there in her career, but she was able to blend the two together. And at the end of the day, what happened? She was able to make it. How did she make it? She said there were times that they had to rotate her from one department to another because she wasn't meeting up to standard. And that's because her biology clock was moving. Maybe she was giving birth. Maybe she was pregnant. She had to take medications to get pregnant. It was affecting the job. So they had to move her from different departments. Knowing that she had a goal. Now, this is where I want you to get goal. What is your goal in life? Because she had a goal, she could have resigned. She could have stopped and said, okay, I'll come back. But she knew that in the career clock, anything that makes you stop, it's paused there. When you come back, you continue from where you stop. By then, the people you have started would have grown into becoming maybe permanent secretaries, maybe CEOs, whatsoever. So she had to blend the two. She said there were times one suffered for the other one. But there was one thing she did, the goal. She knew where she was going to. So therefore, for every time they were rotating her from one department to another one, she kept on putting her best in everywhere she found herself, knowing that this is the goal. So at the end of the day, when she had given birth, the children were like 10, 5 years, according to her story. She was not able to put so much. She had gone to school. She was doing a lot of things. You know, a woman's life is never balanced. Then she was able to give more attention to the career clock, which is her office. As at that time, when she had put in so much energy, they came for recruitment. They needed a CEO. They applied. Everybody applied. I think then you apply. It's not appointment. They applied. When it came for selections, after passing all the exams, the people that came from India said they needed someone that has worked with almost all the departments. They needed someone that can interact with almost all the departments. They needed someone that would have been able to see different kind of things and know and explain all the department work, maybe storekeeping, this one, that one, this one. There was someone that did not work in all departments, but apparently could actually explain all the departments. But she worked, lived, understood all the departments. And that was how Indra Nooyi became the first female CEO of PepsiCo. Why? What are the lessons there? She knew her goal. She knew where she was going to. She knew what she wanted. She was able to adapt to changes because of where she was going to. There were times the biological clock didn't meet up with the career clock, but she kept on moving. She kept on moving. She kept on believing in herself. And today, she got what she got. Now, how come she was able to stay in? Because in the system there, it's not like Nigeria. If you don't favor them, they will kick you out the same way you came in. She was able to apply empathy. How did she apply empathy? To her customers. She was able to understand what the customers needed. When they are speaking anyhow, she was able to understand that. She applied active listening to get feedback from employers, customers, and stakeholders. So she applied that active listening. When they are speaking, she's not just listening, but she's really listening to the small things they are not saying. Just like I was talking, I said the main thing I want you to take is the goal. She's where she is today because of the goal. That's active listening. You've been able to pick something. She applied adaptability. That adaptability is what made Indra Nooyi the first female CEO of PepsiCo. I love her story so much. Adaptability. So there are things in your life, in your marriage, in your relationship, you might be going through and you feel like, oh my God, what is happening here? Why is this things like this? Worry not. Be able to adapt to the changes that come with it. For example, let me use a mere example. You have a boyfriend that is doing you anyhow, or I don't want to use marriage. You have a boyfriend that is treating you anyhow, treating you. Learn the lessons, leave the boyfriend, go. Start your own life. You might be shocked that those lessons you have learned in that relationship will be able to help you in marriage. Just like I said, always be able to adapt. Don't stay in anything that is not conducive for you, but just be able to adapt to changes. Our relationship trait-based approach helped build a strong driving business success and leaving a last legacy. Today, if you go on YouTube, Indra Nooyi, everybody speaks about her. Everybody loves her. Everybody want to understand how she was able to use the biological clock and a career clock to become the first female CEO. It's like having a woman who has a growing children and becoming the governor. It takes a lot. So that is for Indrana knowing. She used the empathy trait, she used the active listening, and she used the adaptability skills. We have our very own Mama Alakija. Mama Alakija is the founder of Rose of Sharon's Group. She has built a business empire spanning oil, gas, and fashion. She is known for her empathy, supportiveness, and encouragement. If you read about our very own Mama Alakija, now I know some people say, no, is our marriage this, conspiracy, is our marriage okay, is this happening? That's not why we are here. We are talking about the traits these women use. So nobody should say, okay, what is happening? We are talking about traits, but some of them don't. We are talking about their traits. Let's just go straight to the traits. So now for their traits, for Mama Alakija, there was this trait she used: empathy, supportiveness, and encouragement. Because she was a woman, apparently, and knew what it means to be a woman and be a working class mom, she didn't take advantage of that fact. And she also taught her workers, not because you're working for Coach Dami and you're a woman, you are pregnant every year. Simply means when you are pregnant every year, come and be sleeping in the office. Do not take people's kindness for granted. But she was able to have empathy on her staff. And she was able to communicate. That's why I say active listening, confidence in your communication. She was able to communicate to them and say, see, I would help you. I understand this. That's from the story I read about her, from the histories and everything. I would help you. I would support you. But please don't take my kindness for granted. Don't take my business for joke, because I need you for this business to grow. So she was able to use those traits, those empathy traits, those supportiveness, those encouragement. She encouraged her workers. And at the end of the day, her business is spanning everywhere. Our very, very own Auntie Mo Abudu. She's someone I really love and admire. Personally, I always tell myself, I hope one day I'm just going to meet this woman and hug her. Like I said, because I presented this topic in a forum of women, and some people were like, why are you using some women that have some issues in their marriage? Like I said, and I was able to sell myself, and everybody was like, yes, I'm not here talking about marriage. If we need to talk about marriage, we'll bring our pastors' wives, we'll bring marriage, our main marriage counselors. I'm talking about the traits in these women. So we are not here to judge anybody's personal lives. We're here to talk about the traits they use in maintaining relationships. And I believe that by God's grace, we'll be able to use that in our own. So Auntie Mo Abudu, she's the founder of Ebony Life Media. If you see most of the films we watch today, most of the weddings in Lagos, everybody wants to be at Ebony Life, Ebony Life, Ebony Life. Our leadership is marked by our authenticity, our vulnerability, and our ability to connect with audience, making her a pioneer media entrepreneur. Now, a lot of people don't know this. When I was reading about her, I also didn't know this. I think I read about her through Debola of Lagos. Debola of Lagos is the CEO of Red. These are big people that have made names for themselves in Lagos, Nigeria, out of Nigeria. So I read about her. I think she was his role model. Yes, she was his role model, and he spoke highly about her. So I had to go and browse about her. And he spoke about the traits she used in her business that he had to steal from her. So in as much as we meet people, let's be able to pick one or two things from them and use in our very own business, life, relationship, whatsoever. So our authenticity, she speaks with so much confidence. She speaks with boldness. She's audacious. But to you, you'll be like, this woman has not gone through anything. She's so sure of herself. But she said in one interview or podcast, she said it took her grace. It took her strength to get to where she was. She had to start with little things like people's podcasts, people's view. She started selling herself, started doing the little business she could do. She knew she loved decoration, entertainment. She just started little by little. And at the end of the day, she was vulnerable. If you see somebody, when I mean vulnerable, I don't mean like vulnerable. I mean vulnerable in the sense that if she sees someone that she knows could help her, hi, Coach Dami, I'm a media entrepreneur, she sells herself. Of course, there are times she will get a very big no, and there were times she got few years, but she kept on doing that. She made her audience to listen to her. There were times she failed, but she gave it a try. And today, everybody knows Auntie Mo, who just celebrated her 60th birthday. There's this, my very own YouTuber. My husband will always laugh when I'm playing. Come and listen to your friend, though. Neze Peperempe, Nezeville. Nezeville is a barrister, a Nigerian barrister who actually relocated to Canada. And I think Canada now has seen her as one of their biggest broadcaster because she has energy to talk. She loves to talk. And how does she start? Just like this, speaking in people's platforms, speaking in people's program. They just give her 5-10 minutes, come and talk to the ladies. She would always tell you, I'm not a marriage counselor, but I just talk based on my experience. And today, Nezeville is a Nigerian YouTuber. You could browse her, you could subscribe. I'm not an ambassador, but she's amazing. She's very, very amazing. She's a Nigerian YouTuber who creates content on relationship, personal growth, and lifestyles. Now, like I said, she would always say, I'm not a marriage counselor, but I've been in marriage, these are words, for 10 years. So I could just literally give my own advice based on what I've been and how she has been able to grow her lifestyle, how she has been able to grow her lifestyles and her business. So that is just Neze Peperempe, that's Nezeville. So what are the traits that she really used? She used the traits of communication, confident communication. She tried to reach out to people. Nezeville will say, I'm somebody that don't know how to call somebody every day. Coach Dami said something. He said, I've never seen Coach Blessing, but when it's time to do stuff, we do stuff together. Nezeville, that is Nezeville. Because if you follow Nezeville, she'll say she doesn't know how to reach out to people. But she doesn't miss celebrating people's special day. For example, it's your birthday, it's your wedding anniversary, and she sees it maybe on Facebook or she sees someone post it. She will repost it. She will send you a message. She said that's her own way of reaching out to people. That's her own way of confidence communication. So apparently you don't have to carry your phone every day. Hello, hi, it's Coach Dami. Hi, it's the family. Some people don't even have energy to start talking and explaining too much. So what you could do, you find what works for you. If it's dropping message for them on WhatsApp, I have a very, very amazing friend, a pastor. He will tell you, I don't go well with calls. Just drop your message. Trust me, if you need him to answer that next week, drop that message this week, because before he answers that message, you would have to rechat and rechat. So just understand what works for you. Understand what works for the people you are communicating with. Okay, let me use the last example, using Nezeville and Coach Dami example. My husband, for example, is not someone that goes well with long talk. You'll be talking, are you done? Are you done? It could be very annoying and very boring. Excuse me, I've been talking, you ask, hey, are you done? So now I got another tactics that have been working for me. What is the tactics? The tactics is this. Anytime we want to talk, I'll be, okay, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? How do you think? So at the end of the day, there's communication between us. So find what works for you. Not everyone is like us that have the strength and energy to be talking from A to Z. So find out to communicate with them. Strategies. What are the strategies to help you grow your business? And these same strategies are strategies you could also use in your relationship. What are they? One, develop a strong online connections. Like I said, go on YouTube, go on Facebook, look for platforms to follow. A lot of people, I have a friend that will always tell you, a friend, they are friends, they are acquaintances, they are church members, they are in-laws. This one is a friend. I have a friend, she would always tell you, oh, gee, I don't have time to even listen to message. I don't have time to even follow any coach and be listening. I'm like, no, you could get a Bluetooth speaker, even at the smallest one of 4,000 naira. You could get a speaker, mute your, if it's a live chat, mute it on your speaker, connect it to your Bluetooth, be cooking, be doing anything in the house. You are listening to the message. Even if the kids are making noise, you're hearing one or two things. Or if you're in the kitchen, you are in wherever you are, you could just connect, because honestly, you will not really have that time, especially if you are a business woman or a working class mom or a content creator. You will really not have that time. So just find what works for you. If it's listening to Bluetooth, if it's connecting it to your AirPod, whatever, just once in a while, try to follow platforms and listen to messages that will help you. Collaborate with digital partners. Coach Dami always talks about that. Reach out to people, you want to collaborate with them, you want to speak on their platform. They might not pay you anything. They might not even appreciate you, but your voice is being heard somewhere. That one day it will work for you. Collaborate with people. Coach will always tell us that they will tell you yes many times. They will tell you no many times and yes a very few times. Be able to accept that, okay, no problem, I'm going to get a lot of no. And if you get a yes, there's no problem. Stay adaptable and resilient. I always talk about that. Be able to adapt, be able to resist everything that comes your way, be able to adapt. That's the main thing. Not everybody can adapt to change. I read in a book, The Mafian Manager. I was reading it, and the 368 laws of leadership. I can't remember. You know, when you read lots of books, sometimes you even forget the book you read. But I know that I saw this thing about adaptability and resilience. They said we are now in a world whereby we are now behaving like the foreigners. The foreign people, for example, they don't get what they want, they get what they need. We are now in Nigeria whereby you can't just buy things and keep in the house. Things are becoming very expensive. Schools are becoming very expensive. Apparently, everything in Nigeria today is expensive. So you are being able to adapt. You're being able to resist everything that comes your way. So, for example, you find out that, okay, I don't need this, I don't want this, but I need this. So now we are behaving like our foreign sisters and brothers that just go for what they need, not what they want. So please be able to adapt to change. If not, you just end up crying every day. Build a loyal community. I speak about that a lot. Not everyone you are loyal to is loyal to you. You can be very loyal to someone and they might not be loyal to you. Find out, communicate with people. Try and see if you are the only one reaching out to them. Try and see how they treat you. Sometimes take the back seat. If you read Why Men Love Women, Bitches, I think Why Men Marry Bitches, Why Good Men Marry Bitches. Yes, Why Good Men, 151 reasons. I can't remember the author. 151 reasons why good men marry bitches. You'll find out that good men, no, that's just the book. Like I said, when you read, you just pick some points. Good men will always say those bitches, when they mean bitches, they mean not so good girls, not so bad girls, but not so good girls. They know how to be loyal to them. And what most men need, using that book content, they need someone that is loyal. They need someone that they can talk to and share ideas with. So find out. And in the book, they say sometimes you take the back seat. If you're the only one reaching out to someone, you're the only one celebrating someone, you're the only one trying to tell somebody that there's something that is coming your way, or do it like this, and you find out that the person never turns back that same, it never reciprocates. You know, we're in the digital world whereby you must reciprocate every kindness someone gives to you. You may not pay back exactly, but be able to reciprocate in one way or the other. If you're not being able to do that, we've left you behind. So you're not being loyal, so you must be loyal. If you read that book, it talks mainly about loyalty, actually, but using the relationship context. Relationships are a two-way street. By investing in others and being genuine, you must be genuine in your relationship. Let people know your strength and weakness. You build a strong network that supports your personal and professional growth. That goes back to Indra Knowing. That's why I started with Indra Knowing. She talks about personal and professional growth. Due to time, we can't go in details. But if you want to understand that, go back, study about Indra Knowing. You'll be able to understand personal and professional growth. Because she said something, do not let marriage, do not let relationship. So you might not be married. Do not let your relationship, do not let your marriage hinder you from becoming what you want to be. Do not let children hinder you. She said, because at the end of the day, 20, 30, 40 years down the lane, you would ask yourself, what have I really achieved with my life? Was I just serving my husband? Was I just taking care of my children? These children will grow and leave you. It's now left with you and your husband. What will you have to share? What memories will you have to share? So please build strong network for yourself, positive networks. Go back and read on Indrana Knowing, Moabudus, and the rest. Build networks for yourself. Tips to help you nurture relationship while maintaining a successful business. Like I said, I'm using business, but business starts from yourself. If you don't groom yourself, your business cannot grow. Stay organized and efficient, stay organized, be organized in everything you do. Let people be able to understand this is this, this is this. Celebrate milestone and success. Me, I'm somebody that know how to celebrate myself. I celebrate any little thing. I passed one exam, thank you. I remember I wrote a professional exam and I didn't pass very well. My husband was like, this exam is very expensive, but where you want me to start again now? After paying so much, bro, and I'm like, I said, nothing more than my guy, I try you. I had about 75. I think I needed like 85. Please, I tried. I beg, we'll save money and rewrite. Apparently, when I was able to rewrite the exam, I passed very well. So me, I celebrate myself. Well, don't put pressure under yourself. Celebrate milestone. You got a job. You might not have gotten 500,000 naira job. You got a 200 naira thousand job. Celebrate yourself while you hope and strive more for better. Be reliable and dependable. A lot of people are not dependable. So Coach Dami, in short, she's here. I'm not going to lie. She just sent me and was like, boom, this is the topic you're talking about. I'm like, oh my God. Am I really prepared for this? I had to go back to my dashboard and start reading this topic. I almost wanted to turn her down because today I'm not feeling fine. Then I remember something my husband will always say, never turn opportunities that comes your way because it may never come your way. I'm like, okay, I just have to be strong for her. I can't turn her down. She has literally invited lots of people to our platform. So I had to read and prepare. Exactly 7, I called her. I was like, Ma, what's up? Should I come online? She was like, yes, click it. So be reliable and be dependable. And yes, there are times things may happen, unforeseen circumstance. Be able to communicate with the person without making so much time biblical verses. I'm not going to talk on that, but I just put that. We have the golden rule. Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. Matthew 7, verse 12. I'm not going to start mentioning them. It's on our slide. I think Coach Dami will share the slide. So that use the golden rule in everything you do. Do unto others how you want them to do unto you. Essential quality using Ephesians chapter 4, verse 2. Be humble and gentle, patient with each other. Be very, very patient with people. It's not easy. I have this, in summary, I have this neighbor, should I say friend? No, not really a friend. I have this acquaintance of mine. She knows how to offend somebody. But despite that, I was able to use the boundary setting. I set boundaries between both of us. But if there's anything I want to help her, if there's anything I need to give her, for example, they get me some tops or shirts. I'm not really the spaghetti kind of top person. If you know me well, you know that this one, just buy her boo clothes. She's very okay. Big clothes. I'm just, my trousers. So most times I'm like, I don't like you. I'm very funny. I'll be like, we're not close. I don't really like you, but you can have them because I don't want to throw them away because I don't want to give any other person. And I know you like all this kind of thing. So be patient with people. They might not always give you the best. Use the boundary settings rules. Be patient with them, but help them from a distance if possible. Integrity leads to blessings. Psalms 112, verse 5. The Lord blesses those who are fair and honest. Like I said, this thing starts from yourself. Relationship starts from you. Be fair and honest to yourself. Know your strengths and weaknesses. If you meet my husband, he will tell you, my wife do not cook when there's a big event. If I'm doing naming ceremony or in my house or dedication, or my husband turns, like, for example, when he turned 40, you say I should come and cook. How you want to kill me? I know fit. But there are people that could literally cook for lots of people. I could cook for 5-10 persons, but more than 10 persons. Please, I'm working. Let us pay money. Let them come and cook the food. That's my strength. I'm being true to myself. But some people will tell you, no, you have to do it. Be true to yourself and communicate with confidence and be sincere when you communicate so that you are not killing yourself at the end of the day. Forgiveness and understanding, Colossians 3, verse 13. Treat others with respect and kindness. People are going through a lot. A lot. Treat a lot of people with kindness. It's not easy. So treat people with kindness and be respectful. Conclusion. Maintaining strong relationship in the digital world requires a blend of technical savvy, emotional intelligence, and genuine effort. It takes a lot of effort to maintain relationship. It's not easy. Sometimes somebody will be like, oh, it's not like I don't like this person. Oh. It's not that I don't like this business. Oh. It's not that I cannot keep my customer coming. But how do I even reach out to them? It takes a lot effort to maintain relationship. It takes a lot. But have that genuine effort. Try. Once in a while, greet people with smiles. The little you can do, give them. Somebody is celebrating, even if it's biscuit, give them. Whatever you can do, don't overstress yourself. Use the power of technology to strengthen your relationship and build a stronger and more connected community. That goes to Nezerville. Nezerville says she doesn't know how to use her phone to call people. But when you are celebrating, when you are doing anything and she comes across it, she will use technology, post it. You will see people start. I saw it on Nezerville's platform. She will post you to celebrate you. She will also send you the message she posted. So use different platforms to reach out to people. Recommendation. Understand the value of relationship. Use social media to build relationship, not just to promote yourself. It's not by posting yourself every time that you want to build relationship. Use it to build relationship. You post yourself, yes. Post people, celebrate people. Not everybody loves to post people. I have friends that will tell you, I don't post anybody, I don't post myself. You can use any method. Just look for what works for you. Be true to yourself. Like I gave you an example. You can't ask me you are doing a party for 20, 30 persons and tell me to cook, get ready and go to church for dedication. Come back and serve the people that I'm a hardworking wife. Mama Ibuku and Wochika said, we have passed the era of there's an award for the most hardworking wife. We are now in the era of there's an award for the smartest wife. So me, I don't want to be an hardworking wife. I just want to be the smartest wife. I do things and communicate it in a way that everybody would understand. My reference, all these studies I took from self-presentation in the digital world. The site is there. When you get there, you just read the site, then you drop all your questions. The site will definitely answer all your questions. Thank you for listening. Thank you all for listening. And thank you, Coach Dami. I hope I did not eat much of your time. Thank you so very much, everybody. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Wow,
And
thanks wow. Thank you so much, Omogiade. That was an amazing session. Thank you so much for pouring your heart to us. Thank you. God bless you. Please let me see your response, please, in the comment section. Let me see those round of applause for our amazing speaker this evening. Come on, you people. Don't fall my hand. Please let her know that we are a very loving community and we deeply appreciate our presence here this evening. She has really poured herself out to us and we are really grateful for that. She has given her time as well and we are grateful for that. So let me see your comments, please. Let me see the emojis. Let me see it in the comment section. I'm waiting. Where is everybody? I'm waiting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for that. Thank you, Issei. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Where are the others? I'm waiting. Waiting. God bless you, Omogiade. God bless you so much. Please, if you have any question, please drop your question in the comment section within the next few minutes before we go. Yes, a very brilliant presentation. Very brilliant presentation. Thank you so much. And just to wrap it up this evening, I just want to say some of the key things that she has said already. Know yourself. Be self-aware about yourself. Is when you know yourself, you are able to relate better with other people. Be confident. I'm sure if you are in my sorry, excuse me, I have cold. If you're in my community, you will know that I have overflogged this particular topic. Be confident. Even if you are saying nonsense, be confident saying it. Seriously, there are lots of people online saying a lot of nonsense, but they are confident with it, very confident. Please don't joke with your confidence. Use every platform to build your confidence. These small platforms that you are seeing here, big platform, every platform, create your own platform to build your confidence. Confidence is not built in a day. It takes time. Collaborate with people, know how to maintain relationships, know how to celebrate people. Everybody, there is one thing common to every man. Everybody wants to feel important. Everybody loves to feel important. So every relationship that you are in, check it. Are you making the other party feel important? If you are not, then there is an issue. If you are not, then you cannot maintain that relationship. When that person posts on social media, are you liking it? Are you commenting? When the person posts on WhatsApp, are you reacting to it? Are you commenting? When the person says, oh, I just got this one, are you celebrating the person? The people that have invested in your life, are you taking time to celebrate them in your on your social media platforms. Do you understand? It is when you help other people to feel important, that is when they will get drawn to you. It is then they will feel drawn to you. Please, please, and please, to maintain relationship, you must make the other party feel important. One of my favorite books of all time, and if you're used to me, you already know that today, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I just started reading the book again. This is my 5th time. I always read the book every year, the beginning of every year. Is this year I did not read it at the beginning of the year. So I just started reading the book again. And the number 1 principle is, do not criticize people. It is a way of telling people that you are better than them. Don't criticize people. Celebrate them. Look for something good about them to celebrate. You don't have to be an hypocrite. No. Look for something. There will be something that person has done good, no matter how terrible the person is. There will be something the person has done great that you can be able to celebrate. Ignore what the person did wrong. Ignore it. I can tell you, if you are able to ignore it and celebrate what the person has done right, the next time you will meet the person will readjust without you telling the person. And this goes to your relationship, your marriage, or whatever relationship that you are in. Ignore people's weaknesses and focus on people's strengths. You also have weaknesses, the same way the other party have weaknesses, but you are only focusing on the person's weaknesses. Why? Will you like it when somebody else focuses on your own weaknesses as well? I was somebody like this before, and this is why I'm talking. I'm not talking from the area of criticizing or something. No, I was there. I have been there. It was this book that delivered me, and I also want you to be delivered today. If I can use that word, please, just permit me to use the word. So please, if your partner have offended you at some point, instead of you emphasizing on what your partner have done wrong, look for something the partner have done right and celebrate it. You'll be so shocked that in few minutes the person is going to retrace his or her steps. These are things that I do in my marriage. These are things that I do with other people as well. You would hardly see me criticize people. I don't do it again. It was something that is a weakness in my personality, and I had to work on it. Please, please, and please, if you really want to maintain relationships, you don't criticize people. Celebrate people instead. Everybody loves to feel important. Be genuine. Don't have relationship with people or collaborate with people because of what you want to get from them. No. How do I explain this now? Make sure that when you meet people, always look forward to what you are going to give to them, not what you are going to get from them. It is when people feel that you love them enough to want to invest in them, they feel connected to you. Myself and Coach Blessing today, it is because we have been able to invest in each other's life. That is why we are able to make the relationship work. Seriously. Look for something you can do for people, not what you can get from them. Even to every relationship, at every level at all. And Coach Omogiade have said that to us today as well. Invest in yourself. This cannot be overflowed. Invest in yourself. Your life depends on it. I won't say you like your life. No, your life, our life depends on it. Yeah. Excuse me. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying, and it's just the absolute truth. Invest heavily in yourself. You are worth it. That is the truth. It is what you invest in. That is what you get out of yourself. If you are able to stop looking for free things up and down, look for how to invest in yourself with money. You cannot get value with so much value with free things, because there are lots of people also getting from that free things. The only thing that will stand you out is when you get things that you pay for, because so many people will not pay for that thing. So you are getting an information that is rare, and is when you get an information that is rare, that is when you are able to add value to other people as well, because the information is not so common. So people will be able to pay for it. As you are seeing me here, I've paid or up to $1 million to get coached. Yes, I have. You need to be able to love yourself so much to invest in yourself. And I also want to use this opportunity to celebrate Shemilore. Shemilore, I've also, she will be leaving from Ibadan all the way to Lagos to invest in herself. She has invested in herself. She paid for that seminar. Billionaire conference. I've also attended that conference before. It's a 2 days conference, and it's so life-changing. So Shemilore, if you are still here, I celebrate you for investing in yourself. So always find a way to invest in yourself. You cannot run, you won't be able to run with speed if you don't invest in yourself. If you keep just catching on only free things are good, but you must be able to invest in yourself. Love yourself so much. That is the only thing that can stand you out. The only thing that have stood me out in the coaching industry today is because I invested in a course that is up to ₦1 million. And I was able to get information that so many coaches that got into the coaching industry with me could not get access to. And you would see me competing with people that have been in the coaching industry for 7 years. I have just been in the coaching industry for 2 years plus. And the only thing that stood me out was the information I invested in. I invested in myself. Please invest in yourself. Shemilore, you are, it's how would I say it? You should blush. You should really, really blush. You should be proud of yourself. And there is a way you will carry yourself when you invest in yourself. There is a level of confidence that comes into your life when you invest in yourself. Please invest in yourself. Lastly, to succeed, you must be ready to look foolish. If you are still trying that, oh, I don't want them to laugh at me, you are not ready to succeed. You must be willing to fail to be able to succeed. You must be willing to look foolish to be able to succeed. And that is what I'm going to be rounding up with today. Thank you, Coach Omogiade, again for this session. It's been so amazing, so eye-opening, so inspiring. I really, really appreciate you for your time. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless each and everyone here. Thank you, Ese. Thank you, Omogiade. Thank you, Shemilores. Thank you, Stephanie, and every other person that has joined and left. God bless you so much. And thank you so much. Without since we didn't have any question, God bless you. Do have an amazing day. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you know that I truly do that. All right, let me see your final comment in the comment section. What is that one thing that you took from this session before we end this session today? I love you all from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, Shemilore. Thank you. Please put thank you, and go and drop whatever it is that you have learned from today's session in the main group. And you can drop it here as well so that we can encourage one another and we can know that you got something from today's session. What is that one thing? What is that one thing? Please quickly drop it in the comment section. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you too for investing in yourself. You have invested your time and also learned a lot from today. Please drop what is that one thing you are taking away from this session. I just want to know just one thing, just one thing, just one thing, just one thing. Just one thing you learned from today's session. Please drop in the comment section quickly within the next 5 minutes so that we can be off here as soon as possible. What is that one thing? One thing, please. Quickly. Thank you so much.